Big City Fishing is visiting the beautiful city of Tampa Bay, Florida. The Tampa Bay area includes Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Clearwater, Florida, and is home to over 2.5 million residents. Forbes magazine rated Tampa as the 5th best outdoor city in America. Over 13 million people visit Tampa each year, with Canadians accounting for more than 30% of the tourists. A visit to Tampa wouldn't be complete without a stop at the Florida Aquarium or Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Or you could just relax in some of the 165 parks or beaches located in and around the city. There are more than 2,200 acres of parks and beaches to be enjoyed. Tampa's beaches have soft white sand and stunning blue-green water.
All right, Amanda, so right now we're fishing in this marina. There's been some real nice snook in here, so we're just gonna kind of go real slowly. I'll kind of try to point them out when I see them. And we just want to work this lure real close right in front of their face and just work it real slow. So we're just gonna kind of just cast it out. You want to lead the fish a little bit. You don't want to hit them like right in the head. So kind of get it like a couple feet in front of them, just so you get them excited and they see it and then they'll eat it.
And how many are there usually together?
Sometimes they can be schooled up, you know, in pretty good bunches, or sometimes they can be just kind of sit by themselves. So we'll kind of see what the scenario is today. But you just want to do like a real slow retrieve like that and just kind of twitching it more. Oh, there was a ladyfish already, you know, so.
What do snooks usually like feeding off?
Back in here, they're probably feeding on finger mullet. Once it gets a little bit warmer, there'll be a lot more whitebait around, greenbacks,
Yeah.
threadfin. You know, they'll eat those ladyfish. When it gets a little bit warmer, their metabolism speeds up and they spawn in the summertime, so they're eating big ladyfish and shad. And I mean, it's not uncommon for a snook to eat a ladyfish like that big.
Wow. See how the riffles are different here? It seems flat in front of us, but then further out it looks a little...
Yeah, you want to pay attention to movements. It could be big wakes. Like in the shallow water, when these schools of fish get in here, you'll actually see a big wake. And you want to ideally kind of pay attention to which direction the wake's going. You want to get it out in front of the school of fish and work it, you know, towards them. So the main thing is you don't want to spook them too, you know?
Now, how does it work with the tides? Like, you want to go low tide for fishing, or?
Right now we got like a low incoming tide, and that's ideal because these mullet, see the one just jumping right over there, they're pushing on the flats, and these game fish are actually following them, and they're pushing right up under the mullet. So a lot of times you want to follow the mullet schools. All right, Amanda, right here in front of us, we have a couple sand holes. You see this right here? It looks like that light yellow, or sometimes it'll look like a light green. You want to ideally cast past it and bring the lure right through there.
And that's where they're sitting?
Yeah, they're just sitting in that sand waiting for the crab or shrimp or bait fish to come from the grass into the sand. They're ready to ambush them.
And that's part of how the tide works, it just kind of comes
Correct,
in.
yeah, that tide comes in and these mullet are gonna push in, and also the fish are gonna be right in the mix with them, so.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you just gotta kinda, it's all about getting timing and everything all together, and then the fish will just funnel in these holes and just settle in and wait for the bait fish coming back towards them.
Well, okay, one thing I want to know, how often can you work the same hole? Do you have to keep moving, or?
I mean, usually I'll fan cast a hole and I'll throw, you know, a couple casts. Usually, if you don't get bit in the first couple casts, go ahead and keep moving.
The snook's diet is made up of smaller fish and crustaceans such as shrimp and occasionally crabs.
You got one?
Yeah, I got a nice trout. Here goes another good one.
That is so cool. The mouths on them are kind of like
Yeah, when they get big, they have the yellow mouth. You don't want to kind of grab them too much. But I wet my hands before I grabbed them.
And that protects.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with their slime, especially if you're going to be doing catch and release.
Yeah.
That's a nice, healthy trout.
Now, is that the typical size of them?
This is a good trout. I mean, they do get larger. I seen one when I hooked that one, it was a little bit bigger, so. All right, so we're gonna keep going this way and working these mullet schools. We're gonna switch it up a little bit and we're gonna go with the subsurface, just a little bit below the surface.
Okay.
Just kind of using the same technique, kind of twitching it pretty aggressively. Now we're starting to get a little bit more sun coming out and it's gonna provide more shine and these fish are gonna hit it hard.
Do these guys, do they go after the lure out of aggression or?
Yeah, they do. Actually, trout are pretty aggressive. I mean, sometimes they'll just hit it and knock it out of the water just because they want to kill it. Not necessarily you're gonna get them hooked, but they are pretty aggressive.
The Florida state record for a spotted sea trout is 15 pounds 6 ounces.
Yeah!
Hey, girl.
Woo!
Nice and easy now. Keep that rod up.
Keeping it up.
There you go.
Tension's on. Every time he runs, I'm just gonna let him take it.
Yeah, just keep going. Keep that rod up. Pay attention. All right, you're doing good.
He's gonna see the boat though and freak.
Yeah, he is. Keep reeling.
Oh, nice.
Nice
I got
trout.
him right in the lip.
Keep it nice and easy. Woo! All right, just kind of walk them or swim them around this way. There you go.
My very first Florida trout.
Hold on, he's still green.
Yeah, I don't have him out yet.
Come on, buddy.
Do you want me to let
There you go. Ew! Your first trout.
come to you now. Okay.
Be careful of those hooks. Just grab them right behind here on the back side. Don't go in the gills. Just come around this side.
Yeah, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna send him in nice and he should kick off.
Just give him a little revive too. Just kind of wiggle him around side to side.
Woohoo!
Good job.
Nice.
Your first trout.
Yeah.
Atta girl, let's get another one.
All right, let's get her.
Sea trout are often referred to as gator trout when they exceed 6 pounds.
So my trip to Florida was so amazing. It was surreal. I was down there a few times a few years ago, and this was my first time fishing from a kayak on the flats. And my guide, Jason Stock, very knowledgeable guide, he showed me just how to get it done. We fished the top water, we fished sub-levels using the Mira lure, and when I used those erratic movements with the lure, I found that those trout just smashed it, and it was amazing. It was quite the experience for me.
Got him.
Nice job.
I'll be over there.